for me this year, the two classes that I think really, where there's more excitement than I think there's ever really been, is the 212 and the fitness. For obvious reasons in the fitness, but those are the two categories I feel personally where there's. I mean, I've been writing about it in my column for several times now, and I follow fitness, but I wouldn't think to write about it that much because it's exciting, but it's not as exciting as it's been this year. Sure. we've got the return of Oksana. You got Missy coming up from winning the Arnold Classic, so she's looking to really move up and from runner-up spot last year. We've got the return of Adela Garcia. First of all, what's your feelings on Adela returning? What was your response when you heard that?
Well, I've seen her several times throughout the years because the first time I actually got to compete with Adela was her last Olympia. It was
really?
My first Olympia, her last Olympia.
Okay.
So we've only been able to do one show together, and we've always through the years kind of teased about, so when are you coming out of retirement? You're going to get back in the game? Because I know she missed it.
Right.
So I wasn't shocked, especially because I think with Athleticon, the rock show that was supposed to happen this year, I think several athletes were coming out of retirement for that purpose. Okay. And that was supposed to be in October, with Olympia being September. So I think at that point, some of these people who came out of retirement were like, well, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's do the Olympia. Let's roll into the Athleticon. Yeah. And that would give them more of a push to come out of retirement. Yeah. So wasn't surprised once Athleticon was kind of the buzz, but I love it. Honestly, the opportunity to compete on stage with Adela and Oksana and have that many championship titles on the stage is freaking ridiculously epic. And to be part of it, I'm like, hell yeah.
Okay, so let's add up the amount of titles, the amount of Olympia win. I'm just trying to think if there's any years missed out from. I mean, you've got 2 with you. You've got 4 with Oksana, so that's 6. Is it Adela won 7?
She's won 8.
She's won 8. So it's 8 plus 4 plus 2. So that's 12, 14. That's 14 years. And there's nobody else, is there? I'm just trying to think.
No, and it's all consecutive. So that's, well, at least from Adela, once Adela was done, then it went to Oksana, and then it's gone to me. So there was, Adela had an injury, so hers weren't consecutive. Yeah. But once she was done, it's just it's gone in that pattern.
So what was Adela's placing in her last Olympia? Do you remember?
What was that?
What was Adela's placing in her last Olympia?
Oh gosh, I want to say it was either 2nd or 3rd, I think.
So Oksana retired in 2017, wasn't it? I was there, and so she went out. She went out on top. So are you feeling the pressure?
I am, but I'm not. And actually, that brings up a good point because that's right. Oksana didn't beat Adela for Olympia. Now I need to probably go back and check my stats, but I think I think Adela did win her last one. Okay. But a lot of people have asked, going into this, you've got to feel so much pressure. As an athlete, I've never gone into the shows like that. I can't say that. I did 2 years into being a new pro. Yeah. I put all this pressure on myself, on the placing, and it totally screwed me up. It's like I was doing horrible because I was putting pressure on myself. So then it was like, you know what? Why am I doing this? I'm doing it because I love it and I have fun. So create a routine that is explosive, dynamic, and something I love. Yeah. Work on your physique constantly to improve and do what the judges are recommending just to improve your placings. But don't worry about how it ends up. Don't worry about the result. And as soon as I did that, I started actually placing. Okay. The first show that I was like, whatever, I'm doing this for me, I'm doing it for fun, was the first time I ever placed at a pro show. And I thought, whoa, okay, I might be onto something. Yeah. I just put aside all expectations. Truthfully, every athlete, especially at the Olympia, they train and they work for first place. Yeah. Nobody trains for second, or they shouldn't. Yeah. But you can't worry about it. You can only bring the best you. And I know that sounds so cliche, but in fitness, what we present, our routine is 2/3 and our physique is 1/3. And our routines are all different. You look at Oksana and Adela and myself, the 3 championship title holders. We are so different. our styles are so different. So honestly, it's not like you're comparing apples to apples. So what happens this year at the Olympia, it's not up to us. It's up to the judges. I'm going to bring the absolute best me, as I'm sure they are too. And how it shakes out of our control. I just want to step off stage and be like, I nailed it. I did everything this prep that I wanted to. I achieved what I wanted to. And hopefully it works out to be that 3-time champ. If not, I know 100% without a doubt I did everything I